Welcome to the NCRP Portfolio Capstone course. I want to commend you on your long journey through many courses to get this far. Throughout this process, you have become experts in the theories, best practices, research, and processes of NCRP. You will soon have an MA degree in hand and the knowledge to transform the world. To give you a bit of history about the NCRP Capstone class, our program initially started as a master's degree in behavioral science with an emphasis in negotiation and conflict management in 1989. When I entered the program in 1993, it had two full-time professors, Dr. David Churchman and Dr. David Nassiter. The program focused more on behavioral science research methods and less on negotiation and conflict management. Our capstone projects were completed by a group. My group of 6 students had secured research funding to explore teaching distance learning negotiation courses using two-way interactive video between CSUDH and CETIS University in Mexico. I traveled to Tijuana twice and spent many hours interacting with students from Mexico over email. The project involved a literature review, focus groups, phone interviews, surveys, observations of people learning with the two-way interactive video system, and other forms of qualitative and quantitative data. In the late 1990s, the online program changed its capstone from a project to a comprehensive exam. Over a few years we did the comp exam, many students provided feedback that they wanted to have something more individualized and meaningful than a comprehensive exam. It was also difficult to provide academic freedom for our diverse group of adjunct faculty and have them focus their lectures towards the content of a comprehensive exam. In 2006, Dr. Marco Turk asked me to work with him in developing and teaching a capstone course with a portfolio. We have tested this process and received feedback throughout the years to make this portfolio process a meaningful capstone for all students. The syllabus and portfolio guide contain everything you need to create your portfolio. All of my lectures follow the instructions in the portfolio guide. This shall be a standalone, culminating experience. The portfolio involves, first, an extensive written program review of the highlights learned by the student in each of the required courses. The required courses are NCR 500, 503, 504, 507, 508, and 522. You also need to have either 525, 527, or 544, plus one elective course representing your particular interest in the field. Each course review should be a minimum of 2 pages per course for a total of 16 pages on the minimum end of the range, and a maximum for your program review should be 24 pages. Second, the portfolio shall contain an extensive written presentation of a detailed question addressing an important issue in the field arising from your study in the program. The detailed question should be a minimum of 1 page. It contains the question, plus you want to elaborate on the question and describe the different sub-questions and variables you will be responding to in the portfolio. Third, the portfolio needs an extensive written review of the literature in the field dealing with the detailed question. The review of the literature is a minimum of 10 pages and the maximum should be 15 pages. In the literature review, you will go over what other authors have to say about your detailed question. Fourth, your portfolio shall include an extensive written discussion concerning how the literature in the field provides a satisfactory solution to the detailed question and the importance of this satisfactory solution to the field. The satisfactory solution is where you describe what you believe is the optimal resolution to the conflict or other interest raised in the literature review. So the satisfactory solution is your own solutions based on your experiences, the coursework you've taken, and the literature you've read. Fifth, the portfolio shall include a thoughtful, extensive written outline of a future program detailing how you might continue to develop and apply everything you've learned in the program and through the portfolio process in the field. The outline of a future program should be a minimum of 2 pages and a maximum of 5 pages. For each of the 5 sections that I have described, the program review, the detailed question, the review of the literature, the satisfactory solution, and the future program, you need to have the publication manual of the American Psychological Association easily accessible. You may either have the paperback published version or the Amazon Kindle version. I spend a lot of time traveling on small propeller planes among remote villages in Alaska. All the textbooks and resources I have selected are available in digital format, either through the eBrary or through Kindle. The Hacker and Summers Pocket Style Manual provides details about documenting sources, grammar, and mechanics that are sparsely covered in the publication manual of the American Psychological Association. I have found English style manuals, different professors and students differ about the conventions of style. I will be referring to the Hacker and Summers text when I am providing feedback on the portfolios. The Handbook of Conflict Resolution is available through the eBrary on the CSUDH Library website. I have assigned weekly readings and expect to see you cite the handbook in your literature review and satisfactory solution. The Handbook of Conflict Resolution should be the most frequently cited book in your portfolio. I will be asking several questions from this text during your oral defense. All of the due dates from July 7th, 2014 until August 4th, 2014 are for you to submit the sections of the portfolio for my feedback. This is to let you know you are on the correct track and what you will need to improve upon. I will mostly look at the content and organization of your program reviews and literature review. I will be checking your citations by searching for them in your reference selection, running a variety of electronic grammar checkers, and using the rubrics to determine the quality of your work. Do not submit first drafts of material that needs line-by-line editing. I will reject any submission that does not have sound, grammar, usage, and mechanics from standard American English. The final portfolio must be submitted before August 18th, 2014. Let me know if you cannot meet this final deadline. The majority of the course time will be spent actively participating in the peer editing process. I will be providing few lectures. The instructions are in the portfolio guide. I have previously recorded the guide in lectures, and students have let me know they would rather just read it for themselves. I have provided a portfolio guide which contains rubrics for each section of the portfolio and a checklist of what I will be looking for in the final portfolio. You should compare the portfolio section with the rubric. The participation schedule suggests dates for groups to be reviewing portfolio sections. From my experience, the students who successfully complete the portfolio write and revise every day, follow a timeline, and constantly give and receive peer feedback. Each student needs to write or revise 2 to 3 pages per day and proofread about 5 pages a day to get through this process. In the 15 years I have taught this course, approximately 80% have completed their capstone on time. The 20% who don't complete the process are the students who procrastinate, don't participate in the peer review process, and then submit mediocre work at the end of the term. This is not an independent studies course, and every student is expected to participate in the peer review process. I will be observing the interactions and feedback in the group as a guide on the side, and I will rarely intervene. It is the group's responsibility to motivate every member to follow the timeline and provide positive and meaningful feedback. Once again, welcome to NCR591, and I look forward to watching the evolution of your portfolio and reading your introductions on the discussion board.